Hey guys, welcome back to Derrieres. This is Rhonda here, and I came up with a recipe for carrots that I just love. So I thought I might as well share it with you, and maybe you could make it for the holidays. So Thanksgiving is like about a month away, so might as well get ready now, right? Hey guys, welcome back to Derrieres. I have carrots here. I have cut the ends off of each end, and I'm basically just going to go down them and try to take the skin off. And I have a bowl here. I've done a couple pounds already. And you need about 6 pounds for this recipe. 6 to 7 pounds, but I think I have 7, but I'm not going to use them all. So I'm going to use them for another recipe, and I'm saving all the skins for something else. So basically with the skins, even if I was giving them to my chickens, I would still cut them down. I just always take them and just cut them about 2-inch pieces. So that's what I do. And then I gather them all up, and believe it or not, putting them in a bag and saving them all. Because I will be using these for a recipe. Because I use this for my carrot wine. So I get it done, it's all skinned, and I'm gonna cut these into thirds. Or you can cut them into 3-inch pieces, whichever. Now, for the rest of them, this part here goes across the flat cut, and I cut it, you know, okay? I wanna make sure that I'm not past a 1/2 inch this way to 1 inch. 3/4 of an inch is okay, but I won't go anything thicker than that. And I like big fat carrots like this when I'm eating a meal, but you do what you wanna do. But I'm gonna cut this one again, and they're like that, and that's still 2 pretty good pieces. So I'm gonna do those and cut them in half. So that's quartered. And then as I go down, I'll probably do less cutting. So, because I like them big, like I said. And I don't really care for the coins at all. But you can coin these, you know. You can cut them the other direction and make little coins. You can get your little wavy cutter out and do wavy cuts if you want. Whatever you like, you can do whatever you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this. Get these all cleaned up. I have a bunch more to go. And when I get done, I'll be back and show you what the next thing is that we need. These are gonna be really nice to have for the holidays. And I'll tell you what, you know, Thanksgiving's coming. It's like next month, guys. It's like just a little bit over a month away. Not very much, you know. I mean, if you do these now, you can serve these at Thanksgiving, and that just makes your meal that much easier because you'll have some of your stuff done already. So anyway, that's my plan. I'm gonna make a lot of this stuff ahead of time, and things will be a lot easier on Thanksgiving that way. Careful when you cut these though. You don't want it to roll on you. If you're not very good at cutting, always make sure you do the flat end down. It makes it a lot easier on you. You have more control that way, just so you know. But see, I'm good with that being that thick. I like mine thicker, so. Okay, I'm gonna do another one of these, and I'm gonna start filling jars and see exactly how much further I have to go. Now, the rest of this recipe is fairly simple, and I've already got my stuff measured out to put in the pot. And I guess as soon as I get done cutting this one up, we can go ahead and do that. Now, I've got these wide mouth jars. I prefer to use those because it's just a lot easier when you have something like this. So I'm gonna start filling these in, and you notice one side's fat, the other side's thin. So I just put the next one in the fat side down. You know, if you can do it that way, do it that way. And try to get them all in there. Try to be as neat as you can, because in the end it just saves you so much of a hassle. Okay, get them in there. And like I said, I have different sizes going on. Some are real long, some aren't, some are fat, some aren't. But I'm just trying to vary my sizes as I go. Get them to fit down in there. I don't know why they would ever say cut these in thirds. I'm about ready to cut them up smaller because of that. Because look, then you have all this space in the top. So that's what I'm gonna do. The ball book says to cut them in 3-inch pieces. I think that's ridiculous at this rate. So we're gonna cut them in half again. It's still a good sized chunk for me, and I think I'll be happy with that. And I'm just gonna throw those in there. And I bet you, yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I mean, it doesn't have to be in a big long piece. This is still pretty chunky, so that's nice. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, and we are gonna debubble these when we do them, so we need a 1-inch headspace, so just trying to get it about there. We gotta move them around a little bit to do it. We'll do it, and that one's perfect. So I'm gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna cut all these in half. So you do what makes you happy, but you could also, which would be really nice, and the next batch I do, I probably will, cut them this length, which I think is 5 inches. So, because that would look really nice in the jar, and I really like to look at my food and see something that looks appealing to me. So, I'm not one that usually eats carrots. Normally, I wouldn't just go get carrots and eat them like this. I eat them in salad all the time, but not cooked carrots. So, in order to make it appealing to me, I need to have it appealing in the jar. So, I don't know if you're like that, like I am, but that's the way I am. So I'm going to continue getting these jars ready, and then we will come back for the liquid part of it. We'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm down to the nitty-gritty, and this is what I did. This time I went ahead and just trimmed them all, front and bottom, and then I went ahead and trimmed them all up, getting the skins off and stuff. Seems like I saw some here. There we go. Okay. And this time I stuck them in the jar like this, but they're the whole length from here to the 1-inch headspace, okay? So basically what I did, and I think I could probably get a couple more on this one, I just set it right here, and I went to the 1-inch headspace, actually started at the bottom, the fat end first, and that's where I cut it, okay? So I got one to let me know where to cut. Cut it right there, match the other one up to that one, cut it like that, and then the last piece I just threw in this jar, which I'm trying to fill up with all the extras, okay? Then I'm cutting these down the middle, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and make the other cuts on the other ones too at the same time, because I want them all to match, so I wanna make sure I get them all the same size. So, and then this one again, I'll have extras to put in the top of the other jar. I'm gonna take one, turn it like this, so it's even space inside of the jar, and these will probably be the last two that I get in this jar, and it is the last two. So that looks a lot better, I think, than this, although this doesn't look bad, and then again, you could always put them in coins. So I have 2 that are like that, and then I have 6 that are chunky. So that's good, I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's get over to the stove for the rest of the story, okay? All right, guys, so here is the rest of the story. What you need is 2 cups of packed brown sugar. Got it ready to go. Put it in a pot. You need 2 cups of water. Okay. And you need 1 cup of orange juice. So this is fresh squeezed orange juice. And then I'm going to get this heated up here. I'm going to put it on 7. We just need to get this melted, okay? We need to get all the sugar dissolved in here. And while that is doing its thing, this recipe is kind of something that I had made up, and everybody loves it. I mean, they were shocked, but they loved it. I didn't really tell them what I did to it. I just kind of did it. So, fix this thing open. Okay. So, whoop, knocked my little guy over. I'm gonna have good luck. Okay, this is called sweet and spicy carrots because basically we have the brown sugar in here and we're gonna make a syrup for them. Okay, so I have a 1/4 teaspoon here and I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in my jars. You don't have to put any in there at all though. You can do what you want. All right, now, then I'm going to put, this is pumpkin spice, okay? I'm gonna put a 1/4 teaspoon of that as well into each one. And I'm doing a rounded 1/4 teaspoon, you guys. So this is a full heaping 1/4 teaspoon pumpkin pie spice. Okay, there we go. All right, which has everything in it that's good. You don't have to worry about anything past that. I mean, it's got it all in there. Now, all we have to do is get this to where it is dissolved, and then we're going to fill these jars to a 1-inch headspace, okay? I know that you probably are thinking, oh my gosh, that's not going to be any good at all. Oh, it is. It is very good. And if you didn't want to do the pumpkin spice, this pumpkin pie spice, if you didn't want to do it, you could do cinnamon. You could do cinnamon and nutmeg. You could do some cinnamon and allspice. You can put a little ginger in there as well. It's a nice warm heat ginger is without going over the top if you didn't want to do cayenne. There's lots of options you can do, but it's almost done, I think. Yeah, it's almost done. Okay, this is done. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to go ahead and get it in these jars. Scoot the jar over here because I'm a messer. Okay. And then I need to get my chopstick and go through here and just debubble a little bit. That's all, just move them around. Try not to make too big of a mess like I always do. It's like an understatement. Okay. And basically I'm pouring this right over the top of that cayenne and the pumpkin pie spice because it'll, you know, make it dissipate down into the jar, which is what I'm looking for. Okay. We'll see how far this syrup will get us, right? Okay. Needs a little bit more in this one. Debubbling makes such a big difference, you guys. Don't forget to do it. There we go. Next. Keep going. If I need to make some more of the syrup, then I guess I will. Oh no, we'll see. Look, I think I'm going to have to. I think they misjudged on how much could get into a jar. Okay. Debubble, debubble, debubble. Just a little bit more goes in here. Not much. Perfect. Looks like this took care of probably half of the jars. I'm probably gonna have to make a whole other batch. This only took care of 4. And I got this part of the recipe from the ball book, so kind of discerning there that it would do that. So get down in there all the way, guys. Move it around. Okay. And that's about 1 inch. That's good. Okay. I still have 3 more to go, 4 more to go here. And I might be able to get one of them done. Maybe. Okay. Well, that got us 5 pints, but did not get the full 8. So I'm gonna get busy and mix up another batch here really fast, and then we'll finish these off. Okay, I'm back. I'm putting my second batch together here so I can get this recipe done. I had to fudge a little bit and add a little bit of water to my orange juice. But hey, at least I got it done, right? So we're gonna turn the heat back on to 7 again. Mix this up enough to just incorporate it, and hopefully this will be enough to do those last 3 jars. I had to really push it, you guys, with the orange juice thing. Woo! I actually took the pulp and put water with it and put it in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes, then squeezed it all out. That's terrible when you have a recipe for the syrup for a certain amount of stuff and it shorts you. Not cool at all. So anyway, I only got 3 jars left to go. Like I said, 3 pint jars. I already oiled my lid to my canner, and I already checked everything here to make sure everything works fine. I can see all the way through there, and it's good to go. I'm gonna set this off to the side. The water in it is warm. It's got steam coming off of it, so I'm gonna set it off of that burner, let it cool off for a little bit. Meantime, I think I'm gonna get the lids on those other pints. All right. These are warm, that's for sure. Ooh. Okay. 1 left. That one could actually use a little bit more juice in it, or syrup, whatever. It's probably good. All right. Clean it off again, one more time. The lids on these. Get those in the jar, or in the canner, I mean. Okay. Boy, that one went on fast. Okay. These 3 left, and then we'll be good to go. Not much more time. This stuff feels like it's already ready, so yes, it is. You can always tell because you don't feel the granules at the bottom anymore. It becomes really slick, but you don't want to overdo it. Don't keep it on there any longer than you need to. All right, back to business. I think that's full. It is. Okay, debubble. I'm gonna actually get that cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice off the top of that one. Okay, that one's debubbled. Okay, gotta get them down in there, guys. When they pop up there, you gotta just take a couple minutes and get everything back down in there so they fit, because you only want that 1-inch headspace. You don't want it any higher, oops, than that. I'll have this stuff all over me if I don't be careful. Ooh, need to get it down in there somehow. You can see on the side where you can stick one down there further. So that kind of helps. Get it down in This one too. I like the chopstick. I can kind of shove it from the bottom there. Yeah, I could use more juice in this one for sure, because that just changed everything. Woo! That one flipped out. All right. Here we go. And this last one, for sure we'll need more juice because it's already low. Okay, I think I can get that one in there. Yeah, that's good. All right. All right, that's good, I think. That is that. So, I'm going to clean all the top of these again. And then I got a little bit around the edges, so I'm going to clean around the edges too. Make sure you always check your jars all around the top for any chips. And before you start canning or start the whole process of getting your jars even washed and sterilized for canning, you need to make sure that there's no cracks in them, because that can happen, that's for sure. They get banged around and always seems to happen. Okay, all right, we're good. And we'll bring this canner over to my big burner in the front, so it's got plenty of room. Put the lid on. Tighten her down. I'm going to turn her on and let her go. These will go for 30 minutes, okay? Okay, we're going to let it vent for 10 minutes after it comes up to heat. A nice, strong vent for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we'll put our weight on for whatever your altitude is, minus 10 pounds for my altitude. We'll put that on there, and then as soon as it starts toggling, that's when I start counting my 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, turn your heat off and just let it set completely until you know for sure that it is cool. Open that up a little bit, crack the lid, let it set for 15 minutes, and then pull them out. And we'll be back when that happens. Guys, I have this much left. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I just came up with a really good idea. I'm going to put this in my coffee. This would be fabulous in coffee. Or to make like an iced coffee with it in it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, it is really good. And I cannot wait. I'm going to share it with Charlotte in the morning with some coffee. This is a wonderful recipe, you guys. If you have not ever tried anything like this, go ahead and give it a shot. This is the way I've been doing it, and I just kind of made it up as I went along, you know. A lot of people would put cinnamon in it. I just thought pumpkin pie spice, it's perfect. It's got everything in it. So, I mean, it makes it so much easier. Just put the stuff in each one. I did a total quarter teaspoon of the cayenne and then a heaping teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice. So that made it just easier, and it's so good, and I can't wait. I'm gonna put this stuff in my coffee in the morning. I am definitely going to. But anyway, I'll be back when this thing is done. Let's get these out here and see how we did, okay? Ooh. So far, so good. Look really good. Get it in there. There we go. Ooh, it's popping already. See what I mean about you really got to pack them in there, and you got to make it, it's kind of like a puzzle. You have to get them in there so they fit, because you have space left over. If I would have packed them better or did them all like these, I probably would have had a better shot at making them turn out like I want without so much floating. But they'll settle a little bit later. That looks nice. I like that. I much rather the straight ones, I think, than the chunky ones. For sure. Here's a chunky one. Okay. And I'll show you a straight one. Whew. And here's the straight one. I prefer this. I think I'm going to do it like that. But I don't know. When I go to eat them, I'll see which one I prefer. Because I probably would like the chunky ones better. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's that. And I'm glad you stopped by. You guys, this is a really good recipe, a really good one. I think you'll be surprised. I was kind of, when I did it the first time, I was like just, you know, messing around trying to find an easier way without having to mix all the cinnamon with the nutmeg and all this to do what I wanted. And I thought, I have this pumpkin pie spice. Why not just use it? It probably will cover all my bases. I mean, makes it so much easier. So then I started doing it that way. But I was making it in the kettle, you know, and then, or in the saucepan, just cooking the carrots with it. And I thought, I can this. I think I'm going to just do it. So, hey, it turned out perfect, you guys. I went ahead and tasted this stuff, like I said, and it's going in my morning coffee. I'm making coffee now so I can throw it in the fridge overnight and get it nice and cold. And I'm going to have some iced coffee with that in it tomorrow. I'm guaranteeing you that. But anyway, yeah, I'm really super happy with this recipe, and I think you will be too. So give it a shot. I think your family will like it on Thanksgiving. And by the way, just double the liquid that I originally gave you. Just double the brown sugar and the water and the orange juice, and make sure you have about 6 pounds of carrots and you're good to go. I love this recipe. I'm going to do this again, but not until after the holidays. So see you guys later, and thanks for stopping in. Bye. Also, I'll have everything written down in the notes.